Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Rebecca Oyerinde. I live in South Africa, Johannesburg. I am a Christian by lifestyle. I'm a wife to an amazing husband and a mother to 3 wonderful children. I just want to use this medium to share my experience and journey with Dr. Atimoe and how we met and all that unfold thereafter. Okay, a little bit of background. Most of my life I've spent in the universities doing research. Basically it's been me and book and family most of my life. So last year, as I was rounding up my PhD, even before then, I was always having this thought in my head that there is more to me, to this person right here, than books, than research. There's just more, but I really can't lay my hand on what that was. So, and as I was finishing my PhD, my thesis has been submitted, that feeling was becoming more and more intense. So I think one of those days, a friend who is like a big sister to me came visiting. Did she come visiting? No, we were having a telephonic conversation. We were having a long conversation through WhatsApp call. And then, as we were just talking, I remember I made a statement to her and I'm like, as I am right now, if somebody was to ask me what my strengths and weaknesses were, I told that woman that I won't be able to answer that question confidently. And she's like, wow, really? You know what? I know somebody who can help you. And sometimes when people talk like that, I just want to roll my eyes and be like, oh, I really don't take such things seriously. But because she's a woman I respect so much, I just wanted to humor her and just go with the flow. After all, if I don't like where the whole thing was heading, I will just back out. So she's like, I know somebody I'm going to introduce you to. So that was how she linked me up with Dr. Tim. So we met. That was August 2021, if I remember correctly. Sorry, I lost my phone, so I can't really recover most of the conversation and be precise with timing, but I'll try my best. So we met around August, and then again, like I said, I've lost my phone. I can't really pick up some of the basic things we discussed about. So, but I remember that we started around August, and when we started, like I said, I was a little bit, because I don't jump at things like that, and I was a little bit just I was holding myself back, but out of openness, let's see where this is going. I'm just like, let me just give this my best shot. So we had some session, and it was sounding it from the very first meeting. It was, it gave me some kick. It was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. So we had first session, some personality test and all that, and I can't remember. Oh, I'm so sorry, I lost my phone. I think we had about 10 sessions. We were meeting on Zoom, so we did some personality test, and the aim was that I should be able, to be financially independent, and I should be able to know my strength and to tap into the strength of my personality and just thrive with those strengths. So he gave me some assignments, and one thing I like about our session, if you are the type that you've heard a lot, you've attended seminars, you've attended workshops, both academically and in a non-academic setting, and everything you just hear is motivation without a thorough follow-up or a goal-oriented approach to those things. You hear and hear and without any implementation, everything remains the same. But with Dr. Tim, it was completely different. I mean, he was giving me such an assignment that if I didn't do them, we were not going to go into the next into the next phase. So that was kind of sounding interesting to me because I love such challenges, you know. So so I remember in one of our sessions, it was like, right, did he say 10 things about you? As simple as that sounded, it was one of the most difficult things I've ever written. How do I write about myself? I think it timed me. It was like, I'm giving you, was it 5 minutes to write about yourself? Oh, how I struggled, and it was exciting, it was tasking, it was amusing at the same time, and I did. At another time, he gave me an assignment. It was like, get people, a friend, a close friend, a distant friend, and a critic to write about me. I'm like, wow. So that when you get to see yourself in the eyes of these different people, chances are they are going to have a common ground in describing who you are, and then in you knowing your strength. And if you compare whatever they've written with what you've written about yourself, you begin to see yourself like, oh, these are my strengths and these are my weaknesses. So we have such assignments and things and so many things like that. One of the things I'd wanted to do for a long time was to have a YouTube channel. But the thought of starting, oh my goodness, the thought of starting was so challenging. I mean, the idea of having to put my face out there. What do I say? What if I'm criticized? What if it doesn't work well? And that's one of the things that I think limits me personally. The thought of failing has limited me in even taking any steps. So I'd rather not take the step rather than taking the step and failing altogether. So yeah, but I remember he pushed me. I remember it was like, if you don't open your YouTube channel, we are not going to have our next class. And I was already getting used to the class. The classes were getting interesting, you know, and I didn't want it to stop. So I needed to do the assignment in order to continue. So before we finished the session, I opened a YouTube channel, and I was like, whoa, did I just do that? And it was scary and exciting at the same time. And next thing, it was like, I need you to put up the first video. I'm like, why is this man? You know, in the beginning, it's like I was doing it for him. I was doing it for me. He asked me to do it, so I just did it. But over time, you know, I just got into it, and I was putting up video content. It was getting enjoyable. Honestly, if I didn't meet Dr. Tim, I don't think I would have opened my YouTube channel by now. I'll keep postponing, keep procrastinating, and keep thinking about what if and what if not, and probably the thought of doing it would have died by now. So I did that, and there are a lot of things we actually planned to do, but ultimately I told myself that all that is dishing out to me, it is like marathon, you know. Let me just take them one day at a time. So meeting Dr. Tim has really been a blessing in my journey of knowing myself more, being able to do more than just being stuck with book and research. You don't get me wrong, I'm still very much an academic person. In fact, after my PhD, I'm doing some online courses. I love to get myself equipped with knowledge, but beyond books, there is more to me, and Dr. Tim has really helped me, you know, in some aspect, in really pushing me. So if you're there and you've got this passion, but you don't even know where to start from, you don't even know where to begin from, you don't even know which of your strengths to harness together in achieving your goal, and which of the weaknesses you need to, you know, pull out or leave behind in order to achieve your goal, I can promise you, get in touch with Dr. Tim and his team. I'm sure that you're going to really enjoy working with them. And over and above that, we've come to build a relationship. It's more like a friend, like a brother, much more than a coach. He's still my coach, but then we ended up having a very nice working relationship. And honestly speaking, some things I've been able to do, even the confidence I have in myself, and my perspective and my outlook on life generally, the way I see myself, has changed significantly since I met Dr. Tim, and we have some amazing sessions together. I do hope this has impacted you, and you've been challenged in one way or the other. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.